Ah, man. Remember when Sheik was S tier? God, how the mighty have fallen, right? Like, don't get me wrong, I love this game, and I think they did a great job balancing nearly everybody, but like, they did my girl, but maybe a boy, but probably still just a girl, real dirty. That being said, there are aspects of Sheik's playstyle, remnants of a truly dominant force to be reckoned with, that prove that she hasn't been entirely gutted. So for anybody who enjoyed her character in previous games, there's still hope yet. Alternatively, if you're new to this character, well, you've certainly made an interesting decision, and I hope you know what you're getting into. Let's get going. So if I had to give Sheik's playstyle a name, I would say she's sort of like a glass cannon. But like if the person who was supposed to load the cannon just forgot the cannonball, so they looked around for the first round object they could find, grabbed a nearby ping pong ball, and called it good, which, if you hadn't already come to this conclusion on your own, is a problem. Because when you compare those two objects, you might notice that one is significantly bigger and heavier, and just generally more viable in this game's meta. Do you see where I'm going with this? That being said, what Sheik lacks in power, she makes up for in pants-shitting levels of speed. More specifically, her stupid fast aerials. All of these moves are incredibly useful for different reasons, and luckily, Sheik has a lot of setups to chain into those aerials, like forward tilt, up tilt, down tilt, any of her throws, or if you're desperate enough, you can just punch your opponent in the head as hard as you can in real life so that while they're down for the count from the whole brain bouncing off of their skull thing, you can get an easy setup. Whatever works for you. But going back to the aerials, neutral aerial is good for breaking out of opponents' combos, and it's also a ridiculously good combo move itself alongside forward and back aerial. Up aerial keeps your opponents higher up than a balloon on 420, and down aerial is the perfect tool for when you know you've already lost, but want to go out on your own terms. It can also spike if you get the timing down right, but I mean, wouldn't count on it, otherwise the move's kinda shit. But anyway, in general, Sheik just thrives in games where she can absolutely pop off on her opponents. So if you are new to the game, either use reverse psychology or outright bribery to get your opponent to play a really big, really easily comboed character, or just size up your opponents before you hop in and challenge whoever seems to be the dumbest of them to a 1v1, not only increasing your chances of victory, but also just asserting your dominance in the group, which is really a victory of its own. Anyway, in short, Sheik's aerials are some deadly assets, but combos and neutral control are only really half of the equation with these moves, because while landing sick combos is definitely fun and cool and good for getting you mad gamer ass, at the end of the day, Sheik is still, to use scientific terms, a limptic, weak shit, feeble little baby. So, more often than not, you're probably going to have to resort to alternative methods of taking stocks. With that in mind, let's talk about gimping. So in Smash Bros, gimping refers to taking your opponent's stock by forcing them to fall off of the map rather than shooting them out of the blast zone. Unsurprisingly, a majority of your kills as Sheik are probably going to come from gimping your opponents. And like I said before, her aerials are a major contributor to this, which is in part thanks to her fairly decent ability to recover back onto the stage, but mostly just because her aerials are fucking nice. You could also use your neutral special to hit opponents off the stage, or dangle your side special over the edge to blast your opponents back out into the great beyond. But generally speaking, her aerials are really the most effective tools for the job, especially when you can use the incredible mix-up and honestly one of very few reliable killing options that is Sheik's down special. This move bounces Sheik to one side at an arc, ending the move with one hefty kick that's gonna smack the ever-loving shit out of your opponents. Not only is it a great option for sending your opponents out of the park as they're trying to recover, but it's also a really nice recovery option. It really is one of Sheik's best moves overall, so don't forget about it because it can be really helpful in a pinch. It's also one of the biggest buffs to a move that Sheik has received in the past few games because, I mean, her down special used to just be Zelda. Anyway, while we're talking about finishing moves, let's cap things off by discussing Sheik's smash attacks. All things considered, pretty par for the course. Fairly fast to start up, not the best damage, but they can get the job done. Like, the sweet spot on Sheik's up smash, which is right at the top of her hands, can send opponents flying off the top, but you gotta hit it first. And it's definitely not the hardest thing in the world, but you know, it's easier said than done. Side smash is also decent. It's a multi-hit, so it can catch opponents and send them closer towards the blast zone before Sheik roundhouse kicks them into oblivion. All things considered though, her edge guarding moves are still her best moves, so definitely value those over her smashes 9 times out of 10. But hey, if the opportunity arises, go crazy, kid, I don't care. Anyway, to sum this all up, Sheik has seen better days in terms of smash games, but she's not entirely hopeless, and honestly, she's pretty fun once you learn what you're doing. But until then, you may need to endure a bit of agony to get there. So train hard, troll harder, and don't forget that if things don't work out with her in this game, Smash 4 is always an option. Later, skater. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe because I make a new video every single Monday. I also have all sorts of social media. The links are right down at the bottom of the screen and they're also in the description. And now I have a Patreon, so you can go support that. Thank you to all the people on the screen who have supported my Patreon already. It really does mean a lot. And without you, I would be very, very poor. So thank you guys. And finally, of the 2 characters on the screen right now, who do you want to see in the next episode? Let me know in the comments or in my Discord. I count the votes equally, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!